here. It is here. It is
What's
right.
Here? What's here? What is happening?
Do it!
Just do it!
Take it! Clasico! El Clasico is here. We are excited about it. There is some talking points that we would like to get into discussion about. There's going to be predictions. There's going to be tactics. There's going to be fan cams. There's going to be everything that you could want from a channel to give you for El Clasico. We're really going all out because it is the biggest game in the world. Despite your fandom towards the Premier League like I have, or your thoughts on Serie A or Ligue 1 or whatever it is, El Clasico has come this weekend and we're excited about it. The first clash.
Right before we dive into the juiciness of the El Clasico topic, can we just discuss real quick how amazing of a weekend of sports is coming up?
Yep.
Because you have El Clasico.
Mm-hmm.
Juventus AC Milan.
Yes, big game.
Big game. Manchester
City
versus Liverpool.
Yes.
Big game.
Huge game.
Canelo Cotto.
Huge fight.
The Golden State Warriors play basketball. Always interesting.
Huge spectacle.
Huge spectacle. And then, on top of all of that, all orbiting the intense gravitational pull that is Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
It's going to be, it's the type of weekend where it's like, okay, making another analogy. It's like when you're eating a great burger, right? And you're just like, how can someone be a vegetarian? And then when you're watching
how can someone not be a sports?
And then when you're watching sports, you're just like, how can someone not enjoy this? This is great. This is going to be fantastic. Francis Maxwell, is that philosophical?
No! Not. It's not like, oh, God, I'm going to teach you.
We'll do this segment. It's going to be called Francis's Life Discussions.
We're going to do a show for you in regards to how I'm going to explain Schrodinger's cat and why that's a philosophical argument versus not having a dog or a cat. Or
it's not about not having it. It's not being able to choose. All right, we're not going to get into it again. It stressed me out. But we're going to talk about El Clasico, right? So, Jason, you're spot on. Juventus, AC Milan is going to be a great game. Manchester City versus Liverpool, fantastic game. Cotto versus Canelo Alvarez, we talked about this, great fight. El Clasico, still the pick of the bunch for me. Still the one that I want to watch.
There hasn't been this good of a sports weekend since Maypac, and I can't, because Maypac, it was that, and then there was also like 12 other things.
Yeah, there was huge.
NBA playoffs, there was Premier League, it was great.
It was a great weekend. I remember we were in Vegas until the money was lost. It was all great up to that point. But the main point that everyone wants to talk about that I want to just ask as a point in this question, in this clip to start off is, will this El Clasico game be the same without Lionel Messi? Now, I asked that with full knowledge that I don't know what's going on with Lionel Messi because no one really does. He's been spotted back in training. He's been spotted to have been kicking a ball around with the Barcelona B, which is what they usually do when they're trying to bring him back to fitness. So all the signs are there that he could possibly make a return. Now, there's two sides of this. He will make a return, and this is all well and truly going to go to plan. He won't play, but Barcelona are making it seem like Lionel Messi will play because Real Madrid, in their game plan, as much as everyone wants to say they're going to plan whether Messi is playing or whether he's not playing, is a big load of bullshit because you do obviously plan around whether or not the world's greatest ever player is going to be on the field or not.
You know what's good? I think it gives Barcelona a little bit of a mental advantage just because to think throughout the entire game, if he's not in the starting 11, which Real Madrid will know about 5 hours before the match when the official starting 11s have to be released, they have to plan for Messi being in the starting 11. But it's not just that, because you also have to plan for the likes of Neymar and Suarez, who are ridiculously good at football. But the mental advantage, if I'm Enrique, right, I've been following football for 2 years now, right?
You're doing really well.
Now I'm manager of Barcelona. Like,
wow, what a step up.
A ridiculous rise to stardom and fame. And I'm coaching the squad. We're all good buddies. We hang out. We have beers. And I'm sitting there the night before
the game?
The night before the game.
Okay. You've lost.
Are you arguing with my Champions League winning tactics?
No, okay. Exactly. Keep going.
And I'm Enrique. I'm sitting there. And I'm saying, I'm just going to dangle Messi in front of them. Maybe at the 20-minute mark, I'll have him do some strides on the sideline. Sit him back down. Like maybe at the 43-minute mark, like, oh, they're going to try to make a push before they have the hat. Nah, and then like 57 minutes, you'll have the Bernabeu fans freaking the F out the entire time because they're going to see like, not in their opinion, probably the greatest of all time because they have Ronaldo on their team, but they're seeing this guy running up and down. He's going to come and he's going to ruin everything. But what actually happens, encompassing everything here, it depends on the game situation. If Barcelona is up 2-0, maybe going to the second half, and you don't need to use maybe not ready to return Messi, you don't. if you're down 2-1, you need to make a push against your biggest rival in all of world football, then you put him in. There's so many storylines. I'm going to lose my mind. I can't do it.
I'm salivating and I'm tasting your point, and it does taste really good.
Does it taste good?
It's like it's a great appetizer for the game. And it's like the burger.
It's like the
Why are you vegetarian? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to get into that. What I want to say is that you're spot on with that. And people will discuss the tactical analysis of Barcelona without Messi. This is a different story. No, I will. This is a different story if Barcelona are struggling without Messi. They have been playing out their skin. Specifically Suarez and Neymar. And I've been on record many a time saying that Luis Suarez is thriving without Lionel Messi there. And that is not me saying that he won't play great with Messi there. It's just simple tactics. Watch the game. Luis Suarez does not need to create space for Messi whenever he makes that run that often would be a distraction. He gets on the end of the ball and more often than not will make something of it. So he is thriving. He will thrive when Messi plays, don't get me wrong. But you are spot on, because if I'm Luis Enrique and Messi fails that fitness test by a country mile, he's still going in my squad just for the mental advantage. I understand you want to keep as many options as you can. You don't want to give away a spot of another player who could affect the game physically. But the mental advantage of having Lionel Messi on the bench, I don't think Messi is going to be at the stage where he couldn't feature. You don't want to rush him because you don't want to injure him again. But according to reports, he could be available for use. Not only just him, Rakitic has been spotted that will be coming back. That's a huge boost. But to have Messi on the bench and able to use, there's 20 minutes to go and you're 2-1 up, we're going to let Messi warm up, because you know why? We're going to dig that knife and we're going to turn it.
Of course.
Or we're drawn 1-1. Messi's going to warm up because he's got the ability in 15, 10, 11, 9, 30 seconds to change the game. We're going to have him there. Or it's a draw. We need someone to come on. There's plenty of scenarios like you just said. But if I'm thinking Luis Enrique, and he is a smarter man than me in world football, Jason Rubin, but I do consider myself to know a lot about this sport. And even if you don't, and I'm not saying you don't, because you have learned so much more, and I love talking to you about this, is that is a spot-on analogy, because when it comes to world football, it is mental. They're both. But when it comes to world football, don't let anyone say that it's not about mind games before. Alex Ferguson was an expert at mind games, an absolute expert. If a manager hated him before a game, I've got so much respect for that guy. Or he would wind him up and go the other way. He used to do it non-stop. There's so much mind games. Arsene Wenger, despite the fact that this season things have changed around, was always out-minded, just made that phrase up, by Jose Mourinho. Because Jose Mourinho had that mental advantage over him. And that was why up until this season, Arsene Wenger could not get a victory over Jose Mourinho. Now things have changed. But it is about mind games. If you've got Lionel Messi there with the ability for him potentially to come on and influence a game, you put him in your squad.
But by the way, will El Clasico be the same without Messi?
No. I love to see...
Would Rocky be the same without Stallone, Francis?
That's a good point. Analogies are flowing.
Could you imagine if it was Al Pacino versus Ivan Drago? No offense to Al Pacino. That's not the same fight.
What about if it was Robert De Niro from Raging Bull against Ivan Drago?
Fat Robert De Niro.
That would be great.
Robert De Niro from Raging Bull followed the same career path as Brazilian Ronaldo. Just kind of got fatter and fatter and fatter, but was still really talented.
Yeah, I just don't know if Ronaldo had the same anger issues. I think he was just railing prostitutes instead. But we know about that.
He had the worst haircut I've ever seen.
Oh, the one that he shaved down the front? Yeah. It was awful. But another player, to tie it back, he featured in El Clasico, and without him, it wouldn't have been the same.
I'm going to ruffle the feathers immediately, because against all, and I am a Barcelona fanboy, I have no problem saying that out loud. I like Messi more than I like Ronaldo. I think Real Madrid wins this game.
Well, they won the first El Clasico last season, and it didn't mean shit towards the end.
I know. I think, and I want it to be a freaking nail-biting, like a down-to-the-wire type of match. But because there's so much hype that goes into it, I feel like that's a very rare occurrence. Whereas I'm going to give it, and I know this sounds crazy, I'm making my early prediction. I want to be first to it, 3-1 Real Madrid.
What the fuck?
Ronaldo's showing up. Ronaldo will show up.
A team that just lost. Like Real Madrid looked so much more defensively sound, but they just lost 3-2. They conceded 3 goals, and a team that just seems unbeatable at the moment. Barcelona, Luis Suarez firing in all cylinders, Neymar playing out of his skin. He's just predicted 3-1. I just got a tweet from Luis Enrique. Are you fucking kidding me, Jason? Dude,
You're forgetting the fact that who is the Barcelona manager of Barcelona?
Okay, you are. Okay, so that's the only way it would happen, I'm afraid. I will not share my prediction right now.
Oh, boo!
I have tactics to get to, and I have things to get to.
Look, you got to go against the grain here.
The grain has not even been laid yet. I can't go against that.
Hasn't even
I need
flourished.
to do my tactical analysis. But there you have it. The question is for you fans out there, will El Clasico be the same without Lionel Messi? What do you think about utilising Messi in this game? This is the second year running that we've been given this mouth-watering prospect of having Messi potentially play or miss out. Last year we had Luis Suarez coming back so accurately timed. Remember that whole discussion? When can we get Luis Suarez banned? Oh, we'll get him up for the El Clasico. And it did work because it was, as always, the most watched footballing game in the world. We're excited for it. We'll be recapping it. Me and Jason will be here on Saturday. Plenty more stuff coming this weekend. Make sure to let us know what I am going to say at the end of the clip. Lost my train of thought. Too excited.
Stay tuned for the El Clasico drinking game brought to you by
Oh my God, I'm excited for that.